It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
I'm one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Here we go.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy
touchdown. T. Higgins with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Overall, he's had a productive day throwing the football, but that time maybe trying to do a little too much, and it backfired with a pick 6.
In the old days, defensive coaches would have been beside themselves with all the yardage that had been piled up with him throwing the football. But in this age of football, what do they care about most? Possession. And them taking it away, turning it into a pick 6, they don't worry about the yardage given up. They like the result that their defense gave them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 69 yards.
And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard. But
he's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 38 yards.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Here we go, here we go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
these guys are running offense like you drive, the pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Odafe Oweh so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Here we go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's brought down after a very nice game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here we go.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Gun. Cut.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
11 empty.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
Room here to run.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him